Welcome to KX News on the Go. I'm Chance Stickland. Governor Kelly Armstrong surveyed several Cass County communities that were ravaged by last week's deadly tornado outbreak. His first stop was in Enderlin, where 3 people were killed when 2 different houses were destroyed. He also visited the site where 30 train cars were blown off the track. The governor also visited the hardest hit towns of Page and Hunter. The main concern there, damage to farms where dozens of storage bins were destroyed by winds. The governor says the state will look at financial programs and may also ask for federal assistance.
I actually think our biggest ask will probably be for the USDA and some of the ag stuff because of the bins. And, you can get in some of those weird situations where crop wasn't damaged, but the pivot's gone and there's nowhere to store it.
The governor says it's too early to put up a dollar figure on the damage left behind. You might assume your child's school will always have enough teachers and support staff, but this year one district is facing some serious budget cuts that are hitting the youngest students the hardest. Bismarck Public Schools losing about $730,000 in Title I funding. It's meant to help kids who need extra support in reading and in math. And the district superintendent says the 16% drop in funding is being felt mostly in elementary schools. And when that funding drops, many positions are often at risk as well. We are told the decrease starts at the federal level because Bismarck has fewer families struggling.
Primary objective, since we knew there was going to be a reduction, is how can we keep all the teachers, all the support staff that we have serving our kids going into the next school year. And Bismarck School Board stepped up to the plate to help fill the gap, at least for next year.
For now, not much will change. Fastnot says all Title I staff will stay in place next school year. The Veggie Van rolled into town, and it's helping families have a fresh meal to come home to. Wednesday was the Veggie Van's first event at Wilmore Elementary. 91 families with students involved in the summer school program in Bismarck can now get their hands on some local produce and other items free of charge. Those with the Veggie Van say their main goal is how they can support local producers in the area, while also giving families a chance at some fresh produce. They told us they plan to use the first event as a stepping stone for the future.
Our first project working with the schools, and so the families here are getting boxes of local produce and other items free of charge. And then in July we will be shifting and going to the Bismarck Senior Center for 3 dates. So we'll be there on 3 of the Carmel Roll days, and we will have a couple different varieties of farmers markets for them to choose from.
Thanks to the USDA grant and the Blue Cross Blue Shield Spark grant, the Veggie Van was made possible for families in Bismarck to make healthy meals. So good stuff there. What's also good is Andre Brooks now with a quick check of your forecast.
Well, thank you so much, Chance. And looking at our current KXCam network, we are seeing those foggy conditions here in the capital city, but there in the Magic City, we are seeing those mainly cloudy conditions. And as we head over into Dickinson, we are also seeing those foggy conditions too. And Williston is a little bit on the clearer side, and temperatures are mainly in the 50s, exception there in Bismarck, where we are seeing 60 degrees. Now, as we head over into our current storm team radar right now, we are looking at those partly to mostly cloudy conditions in our south and eastern areas, and even a little cloud cover in our western areas too. But however, we are seeing those foggy conditions in our southern areas here. Let's dive in on that, shall we? Looking at our visibilities, looking quite rough there in Hettinger, there in Bowman is looking quite rough, and even there in Dickinson and Beach. So make sure you're on the safe side as you're driving this morning, and also near the capital city too, where we're seeing that foggy conditions as well. Now, looking at our fog forecast, this is about right now, is initializing the fog really good this morning, and once we get past 7 o'clock, as the hours progress, we are going to continue to see those visibilities improve, which is going to be really nice, and it's going to leave us with a little bit more sunshine during this period of time as well. Now, looking at our current temperatures right now, our temperatures are mainly in the 50s and 60s, so it is quite a mild start to our day, and throughout the rest of the day, we will see those temperatures increase into the mid to upper 70s and maybe even some low to mid 80s in our western areas, and that could help ignite some shower and thunderstorm activity with a marginal chance of severe weather for our extreme northwestern counties, including near Williston, and this is where we could see some damaging wind gusts and hail. Now let's time this out now. This is 5 o'clock this afternoon, and ahead of a line that's going to be developing, we could see some isolated thunderstorms develop here in the Williston area. We'll be watching that. And as we head into about 8 o'clock, that is where we're going to be watching for this segmented line to continue to move its way into the northwestern portion of the area, including near Williston, between 8 and 11 o'clock. And then we're going to see it continue to progress its way towards the east and dissipate between 11 and 2 o'clock tonight. So that's something we'll be watching very closely. So make sure you have that KX Storm Team app on hand. And then on Friday, we're going to see those temperatures increase into the low to mid and even upper 80s in some locations. And guess what? This is going to really enhance the chances of some thunderstorm development, and strong to severe storms seem to be possible for our Friday with a slight chance of severe weather. And this where we could see some really large hail. This is going to be our main threat here, and this is where we could see it during the afternoon and evening hours, and the damaging wind threat of around 60 to 70 miles per hour will be quite possible for the day on Friday too. And we do have that low end tornado threat, and this is going to be at a 2%, and this is where along and east of Highway 83 we'll need to watch this. So we'll continue to watch this here at KX News. So again, have that KX Storm Team app on hand. And then once we get into the weekend, we're going to see those thunderstorm chances coming to an end, and temperatures will be in the low to mid 80s during this weekend too. Now once we get into Dickinson, we're going to see those temperatures remain on around the seasonal side, and we will see those mainly sunny to partly cloudy skies as we head into the weekend. Now looking here in the Magic City, we're going to be starting things out in the upper 70s, right? But once we get into this weekend, we will start seeing those temperatures just increase into the 80s, and that's going to be for midweek potentially too. And that same thing goes for the capital city as well. So Chance, we're going to be watching for those thunderstorm chances today and on Friday, especially Friday.
You betcha. Lots to keep an eye out for. Thanks, Andre. All right, for everyone here at KX News, I'm Chance Sticklin. Have a great day.